Hello there, my name is Ishtari, and if you thought that there wouldn't be a video coming out this week of my main logs, you'd be correct. It's Thanksgiving, which means I should be spending that time with family, not grinding away on RuneScape. I am gonna do that, and I'm gonna try and keep this intro as short as I possibly can so I don't bore you to death, and because there's gonna be a lot of them. But allow me to ramble for a little bit anyways before we get into this mega episode. As you can see, I'm doing the new thieving stuff. I was planning on doing a video on all of this to come out this week, but turns out that to actually look at any of it really, you have to unlock it. So I might be getting an unexpected 120 this season just because, well, they released a new 120 skill. And I'm really enjoying the thieving so far, and I do think that I want to talk about a lot of it because there is a lot to talk about. But I need to experience it first. With all that out of the way, let's get into the whole point of this video. My journey through leagues. Enjoy! Hello there, my name is Ishtari, and this is the first episode of my League series. We got about a month to work with, so that'll be about 4 episodes of it, and then we'll get back to the main logs. Already kind of posted about it on the YouTube and on X, but I had no internet the prior week, so that's why there was no main logs. And there was supposed to be one coming out this week, but honestly, I would rather just focus on leagues, and I didn't get that much done over the time that I did have last week. So without any further ado, let's get this thing started. So obviously I've already got it started a little bit. I went ahead and got my first relic, which is, and did all the, the little tutorial thing. I got the fishing one, I think animal wrangler or something like that. Fishing and hunting, I suppose. So, now is time to get my hands on magic staff and also work through these tasks, I guess is what they're called. So we got Hans right there. Let's go talk to him real quick. Gonna have to blur this out for the YouTube. I don't want people to be guessing when I started this account. I have no money to buy any of these, so I apologize. Not able to happen. But there we go, at least. I think these guys have air staves, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that entirely. Well, I guess I could just go do the blood pact. That's a guaranteed staff. There we go, Staff of Air. Magic is going to be my main combat style during this little event. So I guess I can't pick up other people's bones. That's interesting. There's a level. Yeah, I'm sure something is better than Air Rush, but I don't have the runes for that right now, game. So, let's see, what else is there? Kill a giant rat in the Lumbridge Swamp. That should be easy enough. Assuming that the area is not crowded with people like it appears to be. Oh my goodness. You got the kill on that. I did. Okay. Kill a giant spider in the Lumbridge Swamp. Let's find them first. I'm not sure why this is all freaking out, but it is. Strange rocks are still enabled. That's kind of annoying, actually. Make a fire line. Fun. Amazing how that last one took the most time. Wait. I forgot to cook this meat. That was the whole point of making the fire in the first place. Which do I choose for this? I might be making the most crap build ever, I don't know. You all can tell me how bad it is down in the comments section as we progress through this. Cow milked. Let's go kill some. Anyone remember having to walk around with the gem just to be able to know your Slayer task count, how many ever were left or whatever? Alright, Slayer task done. We have gotten most of the, I guess, easy stuff, easy task taken care of. All I gotta do is the blood pact, which I probably could have done quite a while ago. I just didn't, do it. And quest complete. There is that. I guess the next step is going to be working through these task sets. And then I'll move on to, I guess, Varrock. Kind of realized after that opening that it would get just a little bit annoying to keep hearing dun 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 over and over again throughout the video as I continued to work on some tasks. So I've been working on things, you know, off on the side. I managed to get the beginner set of tasks done here in Lumbridge. I'm not gonna worry about the rest for right now. I'll come back to them. You know, I gotta get out into the rest of the world and gotta get levels for some things and unlock things, and you know how it is playing RuneScape. But I believe that if I eat this cabbage, I get points, and that will put me on to the next tier. So let's see here. Yep. There it is. So next tier. Awesome. Which means I've got to figure out what I'm going to use. I've been kind of thinking about it, and I'm stuck between Golden Footed and Farming Frenzy. I think I'm going to go Farming Frenzy, because Golden Footed sounds cool and all, but I don't mind doing agility. And I'm honestly not too sure how much of it that I'll be doing, but having this relic will help out a ton. So, let's get that. And I guess move on to the next bit that I'm going to be doing, which I'm not entirely sure what that is. I guess the plan is to get 99 fishing and then cook all that fish.
That was a lie.
I know the harpoon can cook it for you automatically, but I'm just gonna have it take it to the bank, and I'll cook it later. Then that way I have a variety of food to work through as I make my way through combat levels, because then after that I'll be going to do some Slayer. So I'm not actually going to get 99 fishing quite yet. It has occurred to me that the higher tier you are, the more XP you gain. So I'm just gonna cook what I have right now, and then I'm gonna get into some Slayer tasks, get some resources from that, and also I need to try and get into some armor and maybe even have a better battle staff. I don't know quite yet. I have to figure that much out, but I'm definitely not going to rush off to 99 fishing yet, or cooking, because, you know, that would take a really long time, even with ×4 XP. And I also want to start getting into some of that farming as well. So I'll probably need to get some thieving levels so that I can go pillage the master farmer. This has also occurred to me that this is like a 2-month event, not a 1-month event. So it'll probably be 8 episodes or so. Which is fine, but I didn't exactly expect it to go on that long. I thought it was only a month long. Figured out we're basically Iron Men in this little event here, so having to gather everything all by yourself is a little bit annoying, but it's fine, it's fine. I've got Impied armor now. It's not like top tier or anything, but it'll at least do for a little bit. Guaranteed spawn behind the Varrock Castle. That's where I got mine all at. I've never actually used this armor before, so it actually looks pretty cool. I kind of like it. Kind of makes sense. Also been running around trying to get, you know, level 5 and everything, just because that's one of the tasks that I can see that I'm able to do. I'm pretty sure that goes all the way up to like level 99, level 120 maybe even, or perhaps even 200 mil. I don't know. I need to get my hands on talismans so that I can do rune crafting, because, well, I need runes if I'm going to be doing magic. And I also need to be getting my hands on better magic gear as I'm leveling up. Not entirely sure where I'm going with this whole Leagues event, but I guess I will find out. I know that I'm wanting to get prayers or curses and ancient magics as well. But beyond that, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'll be trying out some bosses as well in Leagues at much lower gear than I'm used to doing them in. But I really don't know what the plan is. I never really got a response in my comments when I asked about it, so tell me down in this comments if you come across this video. I also still got to figure out a better staff to use than Caitlyn's staff. But air talismans can be gotten from goblins. Killed some earlier, didn't get any talismans, but maybe I will now. Let's see. So I've got 3 of the elemental talismans, and I've been struggling to actually get my hands on the earth one. So the idea was to unlock the abyss, but I can't actually do the mini quest that's required for it. So I guess it's time to go get level 5 rune crafting. So I'm gonna do a run real quick. Just a singular run. Oh, I can't sell these? Oh, I can't use them. And then I will go to the abyss, and I think you can get most of the talismans from the abyss. So that should make it a little bit easier. And I won't have to worry too much about about getting talismans in the future. I know you can buy some of the higher tier runes from the store, like the Wizards Guild, and then maybe one other place. Did they move the air altar? That's what was here, right? The air altar. Oh, there it is. Was it always on this side? I don't remember. It's been so long. Let's see here. That got me to level 5. So, actually to level 8. So, time to go do that mini quest. Probably old information by the time this video goes up, but if you reclaim from May, she gives you a magical dice that you can roll for 250k, and I guess an extra little item. The furthest east I've been so far. Gotta head to Ardoin to do the last teleport to the Rune Essence mine. It's been so long since I've done this mini quest, I didn't even remember that it existed up until I was about to just try and enter the abyss, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, there's a mini quest involved with this. At least it's not one small favor. There's that taken care of. And also level 23 rune crafting. I know the whole point of doing that was so that I could go to the abyss and try and get my hands on, you know, more talismans and also the pouches, to be honest, kind of. And to get started on the rune crafting front. But I really need to get at least the next tier unlocked of the relic stuff. So let me go ahead and take care of some of that, I suppose. First time ever doing Herby Werby. I wasn't really expecting to do that here, but the XP is pretty good apparently, and it saves me from having to actually get these levels in Herblore later on. So I may as well just do this and get as many levels as I can right now, especially since there is this task right here to obtain 100 potent herbs from Herby Werby. I feel kind of bad though because they keep crying. I'm also not entirely sure how to get the potent herbs. Alright, so I figured out the potent herbs thing. It's the reward currency, which I'm sure many of you already probably knew that. If not, now you do know. I got that done. I'm not sure what any of this is. Oh, okay. Oh, I definitely need to be coming to do Herby Werby on my main so that I can get these two. And this, actually, as well as that. I definitely need to be coming here on the main once I get back to it. So I've been running around, getting some levels, doing some small tasks, and trying to build towards at least achieving one of the goals that I had set out originally, which was to get level 5 in every single non-elite skill. And I got one more, Dungeoneering, my least favorite. And I guess that I would end up at level 15 by the end of this quest. And I was right. That's surprising. So, I guess off to Daemonheim. And the reason for level 5 everything is just so that I could get every skill basically at least started, except for invention, of course. I hate this skill, but at least it's a lot easier when, you know, you are able to gain a lot of experience. So there is all that. Trying to get my hands on the pyramid top so that I can turn it in for a task, and oh my god, all the failures. It has been a long time since I failed this much at a agility course. Outside of the Brimhaven course, which I did for a little bit, but I just got really annoyed and the XP wasn't all that great. Maybe I should have gotten my hands on the Golden Hawk boots instead of the farming relic. But then again, maybe not, because that farming relic is kind of broken, I feel like. Got it. Oh, no, I don't, because I don't have any space for it. Now I have it. Still trying to get the points to get to tier 3. Equipping different sets of armor gives you points. Apparently not just the wizard ones though, so these ones I know do because I've actually seen the achievement. There's that. And then also Batwing. Which, with it being purple, I'm kind of fond of. Well, that is a good chunk of points taken care of just from that, actually. Still got 220, though. So being able to buy the armor from Zeph kind of makes fighting this imp over and over again for the imp hide kind of a moot point. However, if I can find him, he does drop chef's hats, and I kind of messed up by getting rid of the 2 that I had already gotten. So that kind of sucks because 30 points for entering the Cook's Guild, and you need either just the chef's hat or the cooking cape, and the chef's hat is probably harder to get at this point. Just because now I have to track down some imps and kill them, and then I can enter. But also I think goblins also drop chef's hats. Pretty sure I got one from a goblin too. Kind of sucks to keep going back to goblins all the time. Oh, there's an imp. I'm not even sure where the spawn is over here, so I guess just I'll go back to goblins. I'm pretty sure goblins drop them. Checked, and they do with a fair amount of consistency, or, you know, a fair amount of, they're not super rare. I'll just say that. They're not super rare. But they do have a lot of drops, so that may make it a little bit rarer than it should be. I've been talking this whole time and not recording, but I had to kill some goblins to get my hands on a chef's hat so that I can enter the guild, the cooking guild or whatever it's called. And I also was able to pick up some bread, which is also nice because that's another task that I can knock out. It's fairly easy to do. Easy, easy. Make some bread. Down to 180. This is not hard, but it's also not easy. Another easy one to knock out is 200 logs chopped. This is like my primary focus right now, just trying to get to the next tier. And now I need 150 more, and that should be easily done. So the next thing is to make 1,000 arrow shafts. And I'm gonna need to use these arrow shafts later on anyways, so may as well just get some now. Even though ranged isn't my primary combat skill, I will want to actually train the other skills up. It'll make Slayer a lot easier if I can actually switch around what combat style I'm using. It has been a very long time since I've fought rock crabs. It might be a little bit underpowered, I'm not sure, but it seems to be doing pretty well. As long as I don't get crowded by them, you know, I should be fine. Oh, I can also kill a Dagannoth here. And maybe even travel to the Mammoth Iceberg. That'll get me enough. Yeah, I'll go kill myself a Dagannoth. Maybe, I think I might have to do a quest to actually kill a Dagannoth. But if so, that's 30 points. And 30 points for traveling to Mammoth Iceberg. It is definitely taking a while to kill this rock crab, though. All this to make leveling just a little bit easier. I can't go to the Mammoth Iceberg. Nice. Oh, there we go. Do not attack them. I was kind of saying it earlier as well, but this has taken just a little bit longer than I thought it would. But of course, I haven't really been focused too hard on getting points. Not until like last night and then today. I was kind of like, okay, let's at least get to tier 3 this week. And maybe even tier 4. We'll see about that. The next thing I'm gonna do after getting this taken care of, hopefully, is to... I can't go over there, so no Dagannoths. Is because what I'm gonna do after I level is, or after I tier up, is I'm going to take myself on a little bit of a fishing expedition so that I can, or not fishing, a hunting expedition so that I can go ahead and get my hands on some gloves of silence to make thieving just a little bit easier, just a tiny little bit. Well, there's 2 that I can probably take care of, so let's teleport to... Actually, I'm going to head off to the west here and unlock the Eagle's Peak teleport. There are so many places that I don't really remember or recognize. And that place with the portal is one of them. I have no idea what that is. I am totally lost. And apologies if my mic was just a little bit quiet there. I didn't realize how far it was until right now, basically. I think the Eagle's Peak lodestone is up over this way. That I should know. I mean, I've used it quite a bit, but it's been a while since I've actually just kind of explored the game. And this is part of why I should have gotten the Golden Hawk boots so that I could passively gain agility experience and then also not even ever fail. But I didn't do that. Alright, I'm gonna go over Arendar Pass as well, Arendar, to also try and unlock the 2 lodestones over there so that way I can easily travel to there. Of course, I've heard that the easiest way to get over there already is that just use the Clan Vex, but I haven't done it, and I'm in the area, kind of, so I may as well just do it. I don't think I've explored these since the little graphical update over here. Looks pretty good, pretty good. At least I think they've done a graphical update for this area too. Of course, I've only passed over this like once, and then we got lodestones, so there was never any reason for me to ever again, basically. Isn't that interesting? I can't actually enter in this way. I'll worry about that later. And just, go to Ardougne for those two that I was saying earlier. Alright, let's get out of here. I was about to ask, that doesn't do it. As I recall, the switch is right here, or the lever. And there we go. Tier 3. Let's get my next relic, which is going to be Voidwalker. It's just got a lot of useful teleports. Assassin's Insight is also nice. Fairy Flight, not so much unless I feel like skipping Tree Gnome Village, which I don't really care about. But this will really help me get around places. So, sorry, I just got distracted. Apparently Ancient Curses unlock at tier 5. Let's get Voidwalker unlocked. Kinda dig this animation. Now, is it this guy that... Yes, it's this guy. Oh, apparently I actually can't. That's kinda sad. Okay, fine. So, I've just realized quite recently, actually, that I didn't actually get an XP improvement off of that last tier, which is a little bit disappointing. But I'm kind of, after this, and after I get the Gloves of Silence, which is soon enough, I think what I'm going to do is just start working on leveling as many skills as I can, pretty much, so that I can try and open up more of the world to me. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I can already do, but, I mean, I'll be able to do more, which may also lead to a bit of choice paralysis, because that's kind of already what I'm feeling with what I have, I think. But I'm still going to go ahead and do it, and I'll just start trying to knock out as many points as I can. And I know that I need to do quests still. And much like on my main, I'm getting around to that. Don't worry about it. It's coming, it's coming. Like, I definitely want to do Dragon Slayer. It's been a very long time since I've done Dragon Slayer. And a lot of those quests actually give out points as well. So it's definitely on my radar. And most of them seem to be like in the 30 range. So that's very nice. Managed to get my hands on those Gloves of Silence. And wow, this place is swarming now. I was literally just here. But I got those Gloves of Silence, and now I'm working on getting everything to level 30. All the skills, you know? Get them all to level 30. And that's coming along swimmingly. Summoning might be a little bit difficult, but all the others should be easily done. Although it did just occur to me right now, literally as I said that, I also need to get my hands on some lovely copper, because or copper and tin, because there's some smithing related. I don't exactly know, but I can make bronze bolts and iron bolts, and that will also help out on the points front, because I think that's 40 points right there. It's been a long time since I've had to walk to the bank. Probably gonna get higher than level 30 in mining, because I have done some rune essence mining and also clay. I haven't just strictly stuck to the regular ores. And I also don't even have an ore box now that I think about it. That would help out a lot. Got my hands on the ore box. I guess I can go ahead and move on from here, though, to get my hands on, some coal. I took care of the bronze bolts, and I guess I'll be taking care of the iron bolts now. Head on back to Falador using the Artisan's Workshop, because it's got a reputation task that eventually I'll need to complete. And then, I guess once I get everything to level 30, or actually before I even get everything to level... once I get to level 30, then I will start working on quests. Everything to level 30, start working on the quests, so that way I can really cash in on points, because a lot of those, from what I've seen, are actually 30 points, league points, and that's very nice. So I'm actually not even able to make the iron bolts, which is kind of disappointing. That's fine. That is fine, I suppose. I can do 1 or 2 more items to try and knock out this level that I need. Just needed 1 item, it looks like, and I probably could have chose just like the helm or whatever. Now I'm gonna go off to the mine under there and go ahead and get some coal, get my hands on some coal. And then I can start doing still smithing, and I'm also probably going to go ahead and need to get my hands on some more iron anyways. Just to ensure that I make it all the way through the steel portion, all the way up to level 30. I'm sorry, but I've been pretty awful at recording everything for this video. I'm not used to actually having to do so much. Usually I just record when I have something to say, or, whatever the case may be. But I've got I got smithing up to 30. I've gotten a few other skills up to 30 as well. Been knocking those out. I am working on the combat skills now. I'm working on ranged. And I've also got to get necromancy to level 30. For archaeology, the funny part to me is that I haven't even actually done any real excavating. All I did was the archaeology tutorial and then cleared the sand from the Caradat fort and entered it. And then, well, I guess it's not true to say no excavating. What I did is I did all that, and then I just got to a spot and then just, dug it up for a little bit, and then I got level 30. So that's kind of fun. But also not, because I still have to deal with all that later. However, I haven't gotten a single charm off of these Slayer tasks that I've been doing, so I'm gonna have to sort that out for summoning. And I'm here because it's been a while since I've actually been to this place. For any serious amount of time anyways. And I guess I'll take the fancy boots. and knock out that task. Oh. This isn't the stronghold of safety. This is the stronghold of security. I always get those two mixed up. Still got a Minotaur task to do, though. There is the last combat skill to level 30. I apparently skipped my last kill in the Minotaur's task, which I did not know. But now I do, and I'll have to deal with that later once I get back to Slayer. But now I need to figure out summoning and dungeoneering is... Well, dungeoneering is easy. I can just go to Daemonheim. But summoning, I need to find some charms, because I'm pretty sure I don't have enough to actually make it to level 30. So I'm gonna have to figure out a good monster to kill to at least get some charms going. So as I thought, the summoning is definitely taking a little while. I'm having to get charms, and I'm also having to get the resources to actually make bags with. And yeah, that's taking a little while. Managed to get to 17 at least, so 10 levels. And I've already went through about 100 gold charms, maybe not quite, maybe closer to 75. But picking up some iron ore to make granite lobsters with. I've been making dreadfowls, but time to switch, time to get to granite lobsters, and hopefully that'll help out a lot more. Speed it up just a little bit. I'm not entirely sure how many iron ore I'm going to be getting here, but I may have to find a better place to get charms from. I've been getting them from gelatinous abominations, which are fairly consistent, but the whole kill move part of it kind of slows things down, which is a tiny bit annoying. So I tried heading off to Jogur's to get my hands on more charms, because they had a better loot table overall. But I am just not able to kill them quick enough to actually warrant it, so I guess I'm stuck here for now. Which kind of sucks, but I've only got 7 more levels now. I picked up another 6 off of just a single inventory of granite crabs, or whatever they're called, granite lobsters, I don't remember anymore even. But that is helpful, and I guess it will maybe take another inventory to 2 inventories, probably maybe even 3, which is fine. Dungeoneering is a skill that I've really been worried about, because I still can't stand dungeoneering. But dungeoneering is done anyways. And so is summoning. Summoning actually took much longer than dungeoneering did, which I am thankful for. But now that means that I can move on to doing other stuff, like knocking out some more of these points and doing quests. It's actually been a very long time since I've done Demon Slayer. The last time I did it was when it was an entirely different quest that I don't even remember, actually. Another one that I haven't done in some time. I don't think I've done that, like, it's been probably a decade now. At least. And I don't even remember this one. Haven't done that one yet. And I guess it's fairly easy. I don't know why I haven't done it. Maybe because I'm trying to avoid doing the Elder God Wars quest right now. Maybe. Not doing that one for a while. Always nice to see Zaros, though. I am cutting it close on this video, seeing as I still don't even have a thumbnail for it. And I've got to watch it through, and it's the morning that I would normally release a video. So this one might be a little bit late compared to what I normally post, but it is going to be done. Got some logs to burn, as well as some ores to mine and some gear to process. That'll get me most of the way there. But I have a question. Is this a bug where it does both of these at the same time? Because I haven't seen any other task do this except for the burning logs. And with this, I rank up in tier. That was a bit of a grind, actually, and it's I can see that it's starting to get a little bit harder now. I cannot imagine that I'm going to get beyond maybe tier 6 unless I really try to push at it. But we'll see. I've already decided that I'm going to get Production Master. It is the best thing for me. I do believe, because I don't like clues, so I'm not really going to be doing them. And I don't really want to choose another one. And Production Master is just good. So let's go ahead and grab it. I spent all of my money on getting this nice rune hatchet, so I'll have to work on that next week, because that'll do it for this one. Hello there, my name is Ishtari, and I've had a lot of fun with League so far, so I'm gonna continue doing them. I came into this thing with no plan at all, aside from magic being my primary combat skill by the end of this. I still don't really have a plan for the end game necessarily, like I'm not entirely sure where this is going, but I do have a semblance of one for this video. I'd like to take care of a couple bosses, Krill and the Dagannoth Kings, surprisingly, even though I dislike them so much. And I also want to take care of some quests and some achievement diaries, so let's go ahead and get that all started. I'm gonna start by killing some moss giants to get my levels up. It has honestly been so long since I fought moss giants. I don't think I've fought them since I was a free player, actually. And I'm sure there are better monsters to grind than moss giants, but this is where I feel comfortable being at, basically. And I'm getting a lot of seeds that I'm going to need from it, and other stuff like runes, everything else as well, so that's always nice. There's also alkables that I can now alk. Just a small amount. I keep accidentally hitting these red spiders, which is not fun because it keeps forcing me to run out and eat all my food, basically. And bank and then come back, which is just a little bit problematic, just a tiny little bit. I'm probably going to have to head back to Karamja to do more fishing so that I can actually have food, because I don't have very much food now. And doing all this is kind of making me go through it, which, you know, makes sense, especially when I eat it like that. But the most fun part of League so far for me has been that I get to revisit these places that I haven't been in a very long time, and do things that I haven't really done in a long time either. I know I've got the free start, that guide that I started, but I haven't really worked on that in a while, and my primary focus that I wanted to actually get done is my main logs and the role-playing animation videos, so Apologies if you were actually looking forward to the rest of that. I've done about 3 camping sessions at the Moss Giant so far, and I'm level 60 now, which means that it's time to finally get that staff that I was wanting to get my hands on in the last video from the Mage Arena. And it might also be time to find a new spot to actually camp at. I'm not entirely sure quite yet. I still need to get level 66 Mage, because that is when you can enter the Magic Guild. And I might be able to just go ahead and get those magic levels off of like high alching stuff and I guess making, you know, gotta make the stuff to alch first, but then alching it. That came out really weird, and I'm well aware, but it's gonna stay in the video. Just stick with me. Should I actually grind the MTA out? Wow, he is very tall. Is he part Majorat or something? I have no runes. I can't actually fight him. Let's try that again. Got my runes. There we go, I died. Hee hee! So I guess I need food as well. So it starts you off where you died. That's pretty cool. And I guess I'll get the Guthix staff. The Guthix cape. How do I get the staff? I guess I just talked to this guy. There we go. Much better than what I had, for sure. Almost 3 times better. Getting my hands on some more mithril ore so that I can make some mithril gear, use superheat item, and alch it all when I'm done with it. Do that for a little bit, move up to adamant whenever I hit level 40 smithing, and that should be able to get me to 66, hopefully. See how long that takes, though. So, I just made 25 mithril chest plates, and I got a bunch of smithing levels off of that. Almost 20, I think, maybe a little bit more. But I did not get not a single level in Magic. Which means I guess I'm just going back to Moss Giants for a little bit. Get those last 6 levels, or 5 and some. Because I'm almost there on a level, but not close enough. So ironically enough, the Zanku drop Mystic Cloth, which I already knew about, but I didn't want to come to fight the Yonkus because it's really far from a bank, and they're kind of annoying to fight. Not really, but just a little bit, just because of that walk to the bank. Or walk from the bank, rather. However, getting this Mythic Cloth kind of reminds me that I still need to train crafting. Like, I need to get my hands on jewelry, and I also need to make armor later on, I believe. So it might be a good idea to just get my Mythic Cloth from here and make my Mythic armor myself, or my Mythic robes. Even though I'm only 2 levels away from 66. It does save me a little bit of money, assuming I can actually get my hands on more of them. So that didn't actually happen. I was not able to get enough Mystic Cloth. I didn't even get a single drop after that first one, which is a bit unfortunate. But working on crafting does sound like a good idea for all the reasons that I said, regardless. So I guess what I should do is mine up some gems and also mine up some gold, probably. And then just make a bunch of jewelry. That seems to be basically the most direct route on leveling crafting. At least to me, there's probably something better, but if I've said it once, I've probably said it a million times. I am not an efficiency expert, and I don't claim to be. I bought 2 robe bottoms. That's not good. Let's go ahead and put these on now. See if there's an achievement or a task. I don't think there was. There might be, though. Oh, yep, there was. There we go. The next thing that I'll be getting the next set of armor will be, subjugation, I believe. You know what? Let's go ahead and get a rune pickaxe as well. Oh, I could have come to this guy to get my hands on Mystic. Huh. That's interesting. Oops. So I did a little bit of mining, just one load, basically, at the Al-Kharid gem rocks. And then I remembered that I haven't actually made my way over to Priphthinus yet. And the reason I realized that is because I remembered the gem rock that's in Priphthinus, which gives me access to all of the higher tier stuff. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting myself into an adamantite box so that I can then get myself into a runite box. Work on my leveling my smithing and mining a little bit so that I can head on over to Priphthinus and just mine that rock. Because you need 75 mining to actually mine that gem rock. And that'll help at least a little bit, you know, for now. So that's what I'm going to do. Try and get myself to level 75 mining and head off to Priphthinus, because that's just going to be much better than getting a bunch of low tier gems, especially when I'm going to need the Dragonstone later on. Anyways. Also, I got like 5 levels in crafting off of just that one inventory, so not bad, me. So I've got up to level 76 mining and smithing, actually. I wasn't expecting for my smithing to catch up to my mining, but it did. And I guess that's because I was doing burial armor. That gives quite a lot of experience. But now I'm trying to finish off these 2 tasks for Orichalcite and I believe Dracolith. I think that's what it's called. Gotta mine 50 ores. Already got my hands on the Orichalcum pickaxe and hatchet. I remember that I could make a hatchet, an Orichalcum hatchet, instead of going off to the DKs. So that'll be put off for now. I'm still gonna have to go there because, as I recall, you need the dragon hatchet to make a crystal hatchet, and then you gotta use that for the Mkondo. It would be nice to at least get my hands on an Mkondo hatchet. We'll see about the other ones, I'm not so sure on that, but that will make woodcutting just a little bit easier now. And I guess after I head to the west, I can head on down to the south, to Ashdale, to get that lodestone. And then I'll have to start heading out east, starting with new foundations so that I can unlock the Fort Firenze lodestone. And then head off into Morytania for that one. and then north, so that I can get the lunar one. And the only one that I'm missing in the desert is the one that requires ancient magics to unlock. So that'll be a little bit probably. There is this lodestone unlocked. I can't actually get the Tirnoon lodestone unlocked because I can't make it through the forest. My agility just isn't high enough. So I'll deal with that later on. Gonna take a couple of, or knock out a couple different tasks that I can do here. Like there is a soft clay one. Soft clay is kind of useless to me, seeing as I have infinite urns and all. But I can still go ahead and do that. I can do this one right here at a log. And then climb to the top of the tower. And go ahead and get this clay. Oh, it's actually 200 soft clay. That's fine, I suppose. And there is that one. And there's all the free-to-play ones as well. I wasn't expecting that to pop right there. I guess I should have, though. Having to gather my own resources to build the fort kinda sucks, but at least there's a bank deposit box right over there, and I'll be able to use the wood box for the logs, so that makes it just a little bit easier, I would say. I could not imagine having to walk all the way to a bank from out here. Well, that's not entirely true, but it's been a very long time since I've had to walk long distances for a bank. Started building my fort some, but I need more resources already, or I'm going to, so I may as well just start gathering them up. Boy, that's annoying. There we go. That took quite a long time, which I should have known because, well, I've done the quest before, but it's been a while now, so I had forgotten. So, how do I get this? Do I gotta actually build it? Let's take a look here. So I need to get some more bricks. Just buy them from him this time. And there's that taken care of. So, you don't actually need to do Priest in Peril to get to Morytania, but I am going to do it anyways, because it is needed for the later quest, so I might as well.
Easy squeezy lemon peasy.
Just 3 more. Was gonna go do the Fremennik trials, but you need a shark for the quest, and I don't even have the levels for a shark, so time to get those levels and then get my hand on a shark. Probably the only time that I've ever intentionally fished green blubbers. Got my shark? Let's do this quest. I have not done this one since I became a member, essentially, I think. One of the first things I remember doing was rushing off into Fremennik territory and starting those quests, because the armor was like top tier back then, or at least the helm was, the helm of Neatsnot. Nay, it's not, rather. This may or may not take a few different tries, so let's find out. On the last task, gotta kill Koschei, or well, he can't actually die, so let's beat him up a few times. Normally, I read all this crap, but I'm not really interested. This was a very long quest, and I'm tired of it, and I'd like to move on now. There he is. My defense is gonna save the day, probably.
It seems you have some idea of combat after all, Outlander. I will not hold back so much this time.
Was that always in the game? I don't remember that. It's a good thing that I don't have to beat him on this time, because I don't think I'm going to be able to. Man, he hits so fast on this last one. And my internet went out. Nice. Well, let's see if I manage to beat it. Doesn't look like it. So that means I've got to fight them all over again. Oh, no, I did. Okay, cool. But it looks like I don't get the Fremennik Blade. Thanks. And the name on this playthrough is Thorlim instead of Jictor. Also, I had to take care of Lost City. And there's that. Easy enough. So I also need to get some crafting levels, and the plan was to go off to Prifddinas and mine the gem rock. But much like this nechrite I'm mining, my pickaxe is not high enough tier, so it's reduced rates, which is a little bit annoying, but that's why I'm here mining nechrite, and then I'll go grab some phasmatite. You're scary looking. Right now, at least. And then make an ore box, or make the next level ore box, make the next level pickaxe and hatchet. And then I'll just complete those tasks, because both nechrite and phasmatite have tasks associated with them, and I believe they're 80-point tasks. They might just be 30 points. I don't know. And then I will go mine those gem rocks. Necronium pickaxe obtained, as well as the hatchet and the box. So I'm gonna finish off this task, go do the phasmatite ones, because there are two actually. I didn't realize there were two, I only thought there was one. And then I'll upgrade this pickaxe the rest of the way, burn through some more to try and get as much XP as I can, so that hopefully I can make it to level 80. And then back to the main point, which was to go to Prifddinas and get gems for a little bit. So I got the smithing mostly taken care of. I basically just upgraded my pickaxe, which I probably will not be doing anymore because it doesn't actually seem to be that worth it. However, I am incredibly close to being able to get to the next tier, which is awesome. I haven't really been pushing that hard on it, but I've been getting points like all over the game. So there are 2 achievements that I can get here, or 2 tasks that I can knock out here. One is to mine 10 Bainite ore in this location, and the other is to mine 70 Bainite ore overall. So I'm gonna knock out the 10 first, and then I'll go upgrade my pickaxe yet again, because I have the production master, which will allow me to take care of that. And then I'll come back and knock out the other one. The 10 in Relica is 80 points, and the 70 Bainite ore is actually 200 points. So that'll bring me right up to where I need to be. There we go, and that is my first hard one, or elite one, whatever. And I can upgrade. So it's time to get the most important relic for being a mage. Crit happens. I also get ancient curses unlocked, and I can swap spellbooks and prayers at the sage, wherever that is. Oh, Lumbridge. And those are the most important ones for me, at least for now. So let's go ahead and upgrade and mine some gems. There we go. Another rather long quest taken care of. However, this does give me lunar equipment, which is pretty nice, I would say. Especially the ring and the amulet, seeing as now I don't have to go out of my way to make the ones from gems. I was gonna try and unlock this, but I already have it unlocked. I guess the quest does it for you automatically. Oh well. Back to the mainland. Doing that so that I can get this. Go ahead and get my hands on this. And I said it last episode, but this is definitely something I'm going to have to do in the main game, because the herb bag especially just sounds super nice. And then of course I need the totem pieces to actually finish off totems. If I had known that it was this simple, I would have taken care of this a long time ago. Just picked up my first pet of the entire season. So that's pretty neat. I don't even think I have that one in the main game. So that's pretty interesting. I think I have every single strange rock. I think. I do not. I have an herblore rock and a farming rock to get, it looks like. Unfortunate. That's okay though. At least I'm almost there. I should probably grab this now that I can. And that leaves me with one more lodestone, which I need ancient magics for. So I either do the quest for it or get tier 6. I can't exactly fight Crow yet, but time to unlock the God Wars dungeon. Starting with Death Plateau. I swear I remember this quest being much harder back in the day. Another one that I remember being much longer in the past.
Welcome back, friend.
Maybe because back then you had to actually walk around and everything instead of just teleporting straight back to Berthorpe, I don't know. But that is quest complete, which unlocks the God Wars dungeon, which I can actually access now. I just can't actually fight the boss that I need to fight quite yet, or any of them for that matter. So I suppose I should work on obtaining those skills. I put those lamps that I got from this quest into dungeoneering, and I got 19 levels off of it, so that's very helpful for me, because I don't like dungeoneering. So I guess all my lamps are going into dungeoneering through this, or throughout this. I guess I didn't really finish that word. I do not remember the last time that I fought Grotworms. I suppose that I should maybe do Dragon Slayers so that I can stop skipping Dragon Task, because those are too good to be passing up and I really should be going to them. So let's get this going. It's been a long time since I've done this quest as well. All of these quests, it's been a long time, but this one especially, I actually have been questioning to myself what this door even was every time I've been down here. I knew it was for something. I remembered going behind it, but I didn't know what it was for, and well, now I know. Dragon Slayer. Inviting Ned to captain my crew is also coming back to me. Crandor looks much better than I remember it looking. It was just an ugly black island as I recall in the past. I have spent a lot of time down here, at least over in the Karamja part of the dungeon here. And that was because these demons were actually really good XP. Back then, I don't know that they still are, but they were good XP for like any combat style. So, let's go ahead and get this done. Got an attack potion that I can use from the Grotworms, so hopefully that helps out a little bit. I even beat it before my prayer runs out. I did. That's actually interesting. I didn't think I would. Either that or I beat it just as I was running out of prayer. So there is Elvarg, slain. And quest complete. That was fun. Like I said it before, but the most favorite part of this quest, or the leagues for me, is that I can just... I can visit all the places that I haven't visited in a very long time, which is very nice. Oh, does it give you a rune plate body? I'll have to look through that, because now I have two. Oh well, that's okay. Three levels in defense. And 11 in strength. That kind of messes with my evening those two out, but that's okay, I suppose. So I have the levels needed to fight Crow, I guess. At least get to Crow. And the levels to wear the subjugation if I get it. However, I'm gonna work on getting everything to 60. I should probably get my hands on some potions before going to Crow, at least, like some supers. And getting 60 will get me a fair amount of points, so let's get this done. Gotta start with thieving, because I need some seeds first of all, for farming. Also, I did not realize it, but Gloves of Silence degrade. That's a little bit annoying, just a little bit. It's a good thing I had a couple extra pairs hanging around. But I'm going to need to end up getting more. Guess I'll get the fur for the Gloves of Silence now. And head off back to Varrock so that I can actually make them. This is kind of annoying. I never really used Gloves of Silence when I was leveling up before. At least I don't think I did. I've got 58 Gloves of Silence now, so let's see how long that lasts me. And there's pet 2. I just picked up Ralph. That's freaking awesome. Another pet down, even though it don't really matter that much. Thieving is out of the way. I'm not sure that I have the seeds that I'm going to need to totally get through all of this. However, that farming relic is nice, which means I don't have to wait around. And it should get me fairly far, I hope. There is level 60 farming. I worry about summoning again. That'll be the hard one, but all I have left now are Herblore, Necromancy, Divination, Dungeoneering, which I somehow managed to get 27 levels in since, and Archaeology. I think that's all of them. I think I said them all. And I guess the first thing I can do is start trying to clean all these herbs, because Renar, for example, has a task linked to it. Just cleaning herbs is a bit slow though, so I'm gonna have to make some potions at least at some point. So I was right. I wasn't able to get to level 60, although I did get to level 50 off of those herbs. So I'm gonna make potions, starting with the potions that are in the League's task, first of all. And then I'll move from there, I guess. There is no clear path to me getting 60 summoning. So I guess that's being put off. I will head to Daemonheim, though, even though I hate the place, so that I can knock out these last 3 levels. They should be easy enough to get, I hope. There we go. Level 60. And I think that might be it for getting levels right now, at least. I really want to try and shoot off to Krill. And the rest are going to take a little while. Maybe not the archaeology once I get, artifacts to restore and everything. but probably just best if I go ahead and head off to Krill and see what I can do, finally. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that did not work out well. The trash mobs were just too much. I made it through almost all of my food and everything, and then just died anyways. So I guess the goal is to go ahead and get my hands on some Zamorak robes, whether it be the top or the bottom, doesn't matter. So that way at least they won't bother me, and I can try to pick them off one at a time instead of getting just completely mobbed by them. It's working out much better. Just got my hands on the frozen key piece for the Zamorak faction, I guess. I don't know that I'll be going down there to Nex at all through this playthrough, but we'll see, I suppose. I guess I kind of have to if I want my Virtus armor ever. I've made it into the room, the preceding room, I guess, the foyer, whatever you want to call it. Which means it's time. And hopefully, I do not die. First kill down. Oh, I might be dead. I'm dead. That's a real problem. If I can only make it one kill at a time. Ooh, but on the other hand, I can open up one of these portals here in War's Retreat. So that's nice, at least. Oh, you know why I was doing why it was such a problem? I didn't put on my lunar legs. Let's get these back on. And I guess I should reorganize my hotbar, my Evo bar, Revo bar, whatever you want to call it, so that it's a better damage output. Okay, so I think I mostly have it all back to, or just to where I want it for now at least. I'll probably have to work on making it better in the future. But let's try again. So basically, it seems like I'm only able to get a couple kills in. And then I gotta leave. This is not pleasant. No, I can't even get the second kill. Still interesting. But I am back, and this time I brought Blubbers, which give me an extra 100 health each. I don't know how well it's going to help out, but it is a thing. I don't think that one really counts. I think it was still a holdover from when I was just here. I'm just trying to get a singular drop before the end of this video. Don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Especially not when he chunks me like that. Yep, I'm dead. Again. So I was just saying it to our prince, but being low level like this kinda sucks. I had forgotten how much it sucks, actually. And this is why I don't actually do ults, really. Because I'm not interested in regrinding everything out, you know? But it is fun to go back and revisit. Even if it's a pain in the butt. So maybe one of these days I'll get an official Iron Man going. Hardcore, of course. So that I can stress myself out even more. And there is the first drop. Ew. But it is a drop out of the way. Let's see if I can maybe get another one. Oh, there we go. The first useful drop. And that seems like a good place to end it. Next week, I would like to get at least 199 out of the way. Maybe more. We'll see about that. I'm also going to try to get into a full set of subjugation. And I think I need to upgrade my staff to a crystal staff. That might make things go just a little bit easier. Hello there! My name is Ishtari, and nope, I'm not here to fight Jad. At least not yet. Last week was all about opening up the game to me some more. And going to the God Wars dungeon to fight Krill and get my hands on some subjugation. I plan on continuing doing both of those this week. However, the most important thing that I can do is start getting the points necessary to get it to tier 6, so that I can unlock the next relic. So, I'm down in Tazar City, getting my hands on some Takul because there are at least 5 tasks that I'm aware of that give 30 points each, and all of them require me to get certain items and equip them. I've gotten 2 items, the main hand sword and the shield, and now I'm working on the other 3, which may take a little while. Let's not waste any more time and get right on into it. So, of course, it's my luck that I get the item that I literally just bought. Nope, I'm not disappointed at all. If it's at all possible, I'm going to be trying to get some 99s this week as well. I think it's been long enough, and I've got a few that are pushed right up to there, getting close, so I may as well get them if I'm able to. That all depends on if I have the time, though, because I feel like the tasks are going to take a little bit. I've looked through them. Some of them require quests and are a little bit convoluted to get because of that. But I think I should be fine. I think I can get some 99s as well. It's time, right? Let's go ahead and knock out the Obsidian Cape 1. I kind of need this cape, at least for melee, and range too, I suppose. Don't necessarily need it for magic. The Guthix cape is way better. And it happened again. Literally just got an Obsidian cape, now I have a duplicate. Jesus. This one you can only get by fighting the Zill, so I guess I'm safe. I'm trying to get the Maul from Pets. See how that ends up going now. Did not get it, so there it is, and let's equip it. For those who didn't know, you can visit Shiloh Village before doing the quest. The big problem, though, is that you have to go around the long way, basically. Can't cut through the Karazi jungle. I guess it's not necessarily the long way either. But I'll show you on the map. Here we are. So you gotta come down over this way. There's a waterfall that you gotta hop across right here. And then you can come right up. You can't go through the Karazi jungle because you need Legends Quest, I believe, to do that one. Can't do much in here, but you can talk to the banker at least, and you can take care of the salmon task as well. Like such. Unfortunately, I have not managed to get my hands on a banana seed, so I can't do that one. I can, however, do Karamja easy, so time to figure that out. I know I said I'm not going to try Jad, and I'm really not. I'm just here to get this last achievement. And there we go. I'm here for a few levels so that I can do the Het's Agility course, which is a task in itself. I also might try to knock out some more of these, or some of these wilderness ones, because I can do some of them. I can probably try to take on the KBD. I can definitely take on 5 green dragons, and I can probably take on fetid zombies and bound skeleton. I can basically do all of these as long as I'm careful. I don't think I can do the mediums quite yet. No. Don't have the hunter level. But I'm pretty sure I can do the easies. Yep. And one of them is actually a task, too. Oh, I'm not sure that I can take on the Chaos Elemental, but maybe I'll give that a try, too. It's easier than taking on the KBD, so probably. I guess it's time to talk about the mistakes that I've made. Talking about relics. I should have gotten Excavator, and I maybe should have gotten my hands on Golden Footed and Clue Connoisseur. I don't like clues, and that one's like basically made for me because it just takes out all the work in clues. And Golden Footed would have made training agility so much easier than it has been. An Excavator would have made mining and archaeology, and I think other ones as well, easier. Just mining and archaeology. So, I mean, if I could go back and redo that, I would. Which leads me to a point. I wish that we could change out the relics that we have. Maybe that's kind of goes against the spirit of leagues. I'm not entirely sure. Since I, don't play old school and I don't really understand leagues that much since this is my very first time. But it would have been nice to be able to change out our relics. And another thing while I'm at it, I wish that you could actually change this list for like type. If you choose skilling, maybe another drop down pops up that lets you choose the actual skill. Because that's a little bit annoying trying to figure out which ones you can do for a specific skill. Obviously, there you can use keywords and stuff, which make it a little bit easier, but it doesn't allow you to go, okay, mining. Damn, that's 2 times in a row. Or 2 runs in a row. 2 laps. 2 laps in a row. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. But if you could even just type like mining, like the actual name of the skill or whatever other skill, it doesn't matter. Mining is just the one I'm thinking about. Then that would be nice, but I don't think you can do that. And in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and try now that I saw in my mind. Yeah, see. Let's go ahead and. Oh, there are some. Yeah, see, like it lets you do that. It lets you search those, but not otherwise. It just doesn't let you choose look at all the tasks for a specific skill. That would be nice. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, this is easy. Now to do that another 99 times because there is another task. There we go, I got that. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of this guy. And that's why. Time for some KBD. Just one though, I'm not doing the 100, I don't think. At least not at this point. Done and dusted. Maybe that montage was a bit too long. You can let me know in the comments section. But there is one for a Waka canoe. So I'm gonna do that. It's not showing up. There it is. Now it is. It wasn't. There is that one complete. And I also have the Stronghold of Safety still. So let's see if I can figure that one out. It's been a long time. Alright, I've got it figured out. I gotta pull this. And then open up this chest right here. And that is completing the Stronghold of Safety. I'm pretty sure I haven't actually done this. Unfortunately, I have to do Waterfall Quest to kill a fire giant in Kandarin, but I can do the one that I just did and the hunting a red salamander. Both of those should be easily done. And if I actually paid attention to my animal farm, that would be easily done, but I don't really have the resources to put into the animal farm. Which is unfortunate because I like farming animals. I didn't record it, but I came here for potato cactus and a blue charm for a desert task, and the Kadarns actually have a hard one that gives 80 points. Just kill 30 of their warriors. That took a little while, but it's done now. This staff was not worth it. Not sure why this one took so long. Came here for a crystal teleport seed, and as with the Kadarn area, there is another one here for killing 10 of the warriors around here, so knock that out. 6 and quest and task complete. I almost called that a quest. Another pretty easy one to knock out. Gotta head off to Port Tyrus though now. Very easy that one is. Starting to get to the point where I'm not really going to be able to gain that many more points without doing quests, I feel like. Or maybe not, because I'm seeing quite a few here that I can actually do. That means some skilling time though now, so I guess let's go ahead. I do have these desert ones that I can do real quick though. Getting pieces of head is not real quick, but I need 200 of them to repair the statue over there. And I'll take care of that as I'm doing my laps. But I figured I may as well just do this farming stuff right here because it means that I don't need to have seeds to actually get the levels, which is a little bit of a bonus for right now when I'm so stretched on having seeds in the first place. I didn't get all the pieces of het that I need, and I need to do this course anyways, at least for a little while. So I may as well just do the course and get the pieces of het that way. Am I even going the right way around here? I think I am. I've only done this course once before. For the quest. It just came out actually. Seems like I was on the right path, but kinda lost it. I guess I'll follow this guy. Where does he go next? Ah, there we go. I got it. Two things. The XP from that course is really kind of crap for the amount of work that you have to do, I think. I'm pretty sure that the wilderness course is probably better. I could be wrong about that, and you're free to correct me in the comments if you want to. Also, I did like 7 laps, and I only got a few pieces of het, so I'm just gonna do hydrangeas now. Got the pieces of het, so time to repair. Beautiful. Time for some mining, smithing, wood cutting, fletching, and fire making. I've got quite a few tasks that I can already complete, and I'm sure that I'll be able to complete more by the end of this. So let's go ahead and head off to the Bay Knight site that's in the Deep Wildy, because it's really close to a bank. So that way I don't have to walk a long distance. Just did my first load of Bay Knight. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get smithing out of the way too, and maybe even get some 99s, we'll see. But I've got igneous geodes that I can open now. That'll give me that. Got like 800 Bay Knight ores. And, well, now it's time to get the ores needed to do a whole bunch of stuff. I've got adamant arrows that I can make, rune arrows that I can make. And of course you see that. And then I've also got to make orichalcum armor. Be grabbing some Dracolith while I'm down here. And then I need to go run off and get the phasmatite and necronium ores. So that then I'll be able to make orichalcum armor, necronium armor, equip those, and then same for Bane. I am over halfway to 99 now, so it might be a possibility. We'll see. I've also got to run off to Isfdar, and the empty throne room, so that I can get Animica from those two places. But I also am going to need to make the ore box, the Elder ore box, the Elder rune ore box, I guess, technically. So there's a lot happening. I'm going to have to make the hatchets, and then I will have to start chopping down a bunch of yews. And I imagine that I'll break into being able to chop down magic trees if I'm not already able to. I might already be able to. It doesn't look like it. Looks like I got till 80. And then I'll be able to do use or magic stuff as well. So I don't know how many points I'm gonna get from this, but it will definitely knock me into the 10,000 range, which will put me into steel tier. Oh yeah, I've also got to make a necronium bar in and then also a mithril plate body down in the Draenor sewers. So, like I said, lots going on. Have all the ores I need for now, so let's start knocking out some of these tasks. Starting with making a necronium bar here in there is that one out of the way. 150 more and I'll be into the next ranking. Get the next little trophy. And now, time to make a mithril plate body. And I also have a mithril grapple that I can make. I think I need to add the rope to it to actually, complete that. But I'll find out once I get through with this, I suppose. There is the mithril plate body. And there's the grapple tip made. Apparently I need mithril bolts for that as well. Okay, I still have some mithril here. Make those really quick. And now off to Falador. For one, to feather these bolts. And then to make a mithril grapple. Almost. Now I need the rope, which I do have one, I believe. Yep. And then mithril grapple made. Now to make a bunch of bars out of those ores that I gathered. Alright, I got the first level of smithing done, which means I can equip all these armors. Get all of these wonderful... That's interesting. I didn't know Necronium degraded. So does that mean Bane does as well? Yep. So I'm gonna have to get some more Bane ores. But there's more points. And it didn't really give a notification, I don't think so. But I did get the steel trophy, so that's cool too. Actually, looking at it, I don't need to get more ores. I had a bunch of bonuses, so I can just make the next set. And of course I need to head off to Relica to make a +4 piece of Bane armor over there. And then I take these two sets, get them all up to +4, and burial them. And that will push me over 90. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about a bunch of fire in a wooden hut, but there's that taken care of at least. Alright, so that is all taken care of. I've done my 2 sets of burial and it got me up to 92, so I'm halfway to 99 on smithing as well. But now, that means it's time to go finish off those Animica tasks. There are 3 of them, 50 light in Isafdar, 50 dark in the throne room, and then 100 together. So I'm gonna go do those, and then I'm gonna switch to woodcutting, fletching, and fire making. I'm gonna get a whole ore box full, so that'll take care of the 100 as well. And there is that one. I considered just go ahead and popping 99 mining, but I really need these points. I am so close. I've got 2,000, and it feels like I'm still so far away though. And there is that. It wasn't giving me any notifications about it because apparently I didn't have all of the requirements according to it. But there it is, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Get a whole ore box full, and then off to woodcut a bunch of ewes. I'm thinking 2 wood boxes full should be enough. And then fletch and burn and do the same for magic logs as well. Time to get my hands on yew logs. All that chopping is done with now. I've got, I don't know, 300 or so. Oh, apparently I've got 547 logs. So that's nice. I also managed to pick up a banana seed, now another one actually, which is also cool, which means I can handle that that task in damn, what is it called? Karamja. So I will deal with that in time, but now it's time to start fletching a lot of unstrung, I believe, yew short bows. Yep. And then I've also got to do yew stock, a bunch of yew stocks as well. And then, of course, I've also got the wonderful arrows that I have to make. And I got a level off of that last batch. I'm going to turn all of those into strung bows as well, because that will give me more XP, basically. And I got these to make, 100 of these as well. Still so far away, it feels like. Now to turn these unstrung U-bows into strung U-bows so that I can actually get much more XP, I believe. I think stringing them gives a lot more. I only managed to get another level off of that. That's kind of disappointing, actually. But that is how things go sometimes. Now to burn them. I actually missed that task for burning these, but I'm gonna continue to burn for a little bit because I need to be able to get to 75 at least off of this, and I might have to go chop some more trees down. I'll see about that, just so that I can get to 75 in fletching as well. There are the adamant arrows all taken care of. And that got me to level 75. Wow. I still have 5 levels to go for 80. I guess I'll get started on these magic trees and, well, then I'm gonna have to figure out something else to do to get the rest of these points. There is chopping the magic logs. And I'm really starting, I kind of already said it, but I'm starting to run out of things that I can actually do. I can make a magic short bow and equip it. I can't do that until level 92, which is so far away. And I gotta burn 100 magic logs, and that's basically all I'm going to be able to do for now. So I guess it might be time to, well, it is time to start figuring out what else it is that I can actually do, because I'm so close and I'm so far away still. It's crazy how much it's scaled up, I feel like. But I think I can do it. Alright, so I can do this magic short bow now. Take it and then equip. Easy enough. Off to Priphthinus to burn 100 logs. There's that, but I'm going to go ahead and finish off this burning any logs 1,000 times. I'm so close, and I think it's a fair amount of points. I'm not entirely sure how many it is. It's probably not even that many. But after this, I've got 2 papaya seeds that I can use for 2 different tasks. In fact, I've got these 2 right here that I can do, and then I got that banana seed that I can use. And that's awesome. Getting very close. Oh, it's 80 points, so not bad. Not bad, not bad at all. I've also got other seeds that I can plant to help push another task along. I'm not entirely sure how many seeds that it is that you need to plant, but there is one for planting, I think 200. It might be 200, it might be more. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. But there's that one, and then there's also making potions, which I'm actually 3 off of, so I can knock out those 2. I'm pretty sure those are both 30 points. May as well just check, right? Yep. 51 out of 100. So that's still a little bit of ways. And then, oh, did I even look at the points? It's 30 points. And 30 points for that one. How do you make a 4-dose potion? Okay, so I just need a 4-dose potion. Or I just need a botanist amulet, which I can make quite a few of, like 15 of them. So that'll be easily done as well. Hopefully. That's taken care of. Now to get some plant pots. I suppose I could have gotten a banana seedling from Coeden, but I didn't know that that was a thing. Oh well. Only 950 more points to go. Time to figure out how I'm getting those, aside from the seeds that I've already talked about. And the potion stuff, I suppose. So there was also one for harvesting 40 grimy lantidime, which I did not even know about, so that's nice. I wonder if there are any others, because that was a 200 pointer. Well, there are these 280 pointers. I don't know that I can actually clean Cadentine yet, can I? Let's see. Not quite, but I'm very close, so I should be able to knock that one out too, hopefully. Oh, actually, yes, I can because of the production master. As long as I have the Cadentine to clean, you know? Which I don't have. So... I'm not going to be able to do that one quite yet. But the Lantidime I can. There's that one. Now to get some snape grass. And make some more prayer potions. I think that's what you need for prayer potions. Could be totally wrong. And harvest that Lantidime. And also I need to, or not harvest, clean it. I also need to make those botanist necklaces, so I should start with that, right? May as well knock this one out though first. 640 points left. There is one of them. Oh, nope, both of them. Nice. Alright, time to mine up some pure essence. There are quite a few of these that I can do. Astral runes, cosmic runes, combination runes. And then also I'm going to try to craft 10,000 runes as well. So I should be able to get all of that done, I hope. Can also pop in this hobbit hole and have Brimstall or Brimstale take me. That knocks out a 10-pointer. It's not much, but it's another task out of the way. New plan. I'm gonna come here to the Abyss and fight these guys because I think it'll be better in the long term. Because mining the ores is really slow when you have to keep walking back and forth. And I would rather not do that, but I'm okay to fight some of these guys now at least. Honestly, not sure how much quicker getting it from these guys is, but at least I'm getting some talismans. Even if I don't really need them. And I also picked up the medium pouch. Taking a little break, I'm gonna head off to Puro Puro because I need to finish off 3 tasks. 2 of them are just catching implings of any type, and then one of them is catching implings in this place, which I have never really done. So apparently catching implings in here doesn't actually count, which is a little bit annoying, I would say. But I can still get the Puro Puro. And there that one is. It's unfortunate that I wasn't able to also get the other one, but I guess that's, you know, what it is. I just have to keep finding implings. It's kind of hard to find them now, though. I don't feel like I'm really coming into contact with any of them all that often. You know, I think most RuneScape players just kind of go after implings whenever they see them. At least I do. So it isn't like I haven't been trying to keep an eye out for them or anything. I thought that was an easy triple, but nope. Apparently, Draenor, specifically near the marketplace, is a good spawn location for them typically. At least that's what the wiki says, so I'm gonna check it out. See if I can't find any. I don't see any right now. Yeah, I don't see any here in the marketplace at least. And I haven't really... There's one. Alright, so I need to find 3 more for the first task, and then 10 more for the other one after that. Didn't see any more there. This is apparently another location. It doesn't really say exactly where, it just says there's one near the Falador North Wall, so yeah, it doesn't really say if it's outside the city or in the city even. It just says near the North Wall. I also don't know how quickly these things respawn either. I feel like when I'm in Burthorpe, Burthorpe and Taverley, I see quite a few of them. But lately, many of them have been too high leveled for me. Relica Hunter area is also apparently a location. I just came across this Impling when I was on my way there. Apparently there's quite a few of them. Ooh, a Divine Impling. Can I even get that? No. Probably not, huh? This going over the water is really annoying, though. There is that one, though. So now I just need to get 10 more Implings. Yep, I need 79 Hunter for the Divines. Like, the problem is I'm not even sure how the spawning mechanics for these guys even work. Like, I know they spawn in pretty set locations or, thereabouts, but that's about it. I don't know how often they spawn or any of that. I think I found a fairly consistent spawn of them over here in this area. I found one there, I found one here, and then I found one right over here. In pretty quick succession. So I have to imagine the spawn is just somewhere around in this location. I'm not sure that they have exact spawn locations, just a general area, And, of course, as soon as I say that, I don't get another one ever. So I guess back to Burthorpe. Or Taverley, really, I suppose. I know there's a spawn somewhere around here. Where precisely it's at, I have no idea. But I regularly come across them when I'm in this area. But like I said, a lot of the times lately they've been too high level for me. So I haven't been able to actually catch them. So I found an even more consistent spawn for them here at Frankenstein's castle. I literally just caught 3 and then another one popped up right here. And of course, once I say that, I don't get any more for a little while. It's okay, I only need one more, so I'll just move to, I don't know, Ardoyne? There's a spot north of that some spawn. Come on, baby! Just one more. I think I see it. Yes, I do. I see it. That might have been harder than just getting the pure essence that I need. I'm gonna get back to that now. Actually, and I don't have many, but I'm gonna do some of these. I'm gonna do these bones real quick because I need to try and push towards that 2,000 total level, and it's pretty close, so why not? This will also help my combat some too. More prayer points, and I believe at some point in the 70s I unlock reflect spells, which are
Nice.
actually, I've already started unlocking them, but the one I'm shooting for is deflect melee for Krill, of course. So I'm gonna need to kill some more dragons at some point here before heading off to Krill. And I actually have 5 Slayer tasks to do for points on that. So I'm not entirely tapped out yet. Got myself to level 70 at least. That's not bad at all. Now let's really get the rest of the pure essence that I need. Which, I don't know how much that is. But I'm gonna go for fire and air runes after I knock out all the specific runes that I need, like combination, cosmic, and astral. I can also talk to Mama Ramba, or Mamba Rimba, Mommy Rimba. Jesus. So that I can unlock the ability to cut bloodwood trees. Because as I recall, there is actually a task devoted to cutting a bloodwood tree. Let me see just to make sure before I go running off to it. Yeah, you can chop 20 bloodwood trees and get points. 200 of them actually, which is a lot. I don't even know that I can cut bloodwood yet. No, I cannot. I need to be level 85. That's kind of funny. I'm only 2 levels short. That's a 200 pointer. I guess I'll have to knock that out tomorrow. There is that. If I was a little bit stronger, I would be able to stay down here much longer. And I wouldn't have to eat much food, if any, but it's coming along. I've still got quite a bit of pure essence to gather up. I'm not entirely sure that this is faster per se, but I'm getting more levels than I would if I were to just mine a bunch of pure essence. And having to walk back and forth in between each load kind of sucks when you're mining it, at least for me. But I am drawing somewhat close to being able to just, wow, technically I can already go ahead and knock out some of the tasks. Like I could knock out the astral, the cosmic, and combination rune ones. And I might actually do that after this load. 280 points left, though. There's that one. There's that one, and while I'm here, there is that one. And now time to make a bunch of runes. Let's see how many I need exactly. 73, 78. 7,378. So, that'll take a little bit, but easily done. Bada bing, bada boom. That leaves me with 100 points even. So, time to figure that out. I'm gonna do those Slayer tasks, just not right now. So I guess actually Actually, I've already got it figured out. I can go kill some red dragons for their hide. And that'll be a 30.1 once I equipped it. I skipped right over red dragon and went right to black dragon. Very easily done. Now let's take care of those Slayer tasks. So, I came here to do a Slayer task, but instead, I managed to pop to the next tier. So, I got it by casting a Surge spell, which I thought I had already done, but apparently I hadn't. And that really shouldn't be the spell that I'm casting, but it is. So, time to choose Perfection then. Nice. I'm still gonna do this Slayer though. But let's go ahead and activate it. Anyways. And now I can also train Invention once I get the 2 skills that I'm still missing, Crafting and Divination up to 80. Which I'm almost there. I just, that'll take a little bit to worry about, but I'm not gonna bother with it until I get Subjugation from Krill, basically. Took a little break to go to the bank, and I guess once I finish up this task, I'll go ahead and get 99 mining out of the way, and maybe even smithing. We'll see about that one. One more level. Absolutely not the first skill that I thought I would get to 99. But it was. And there it is. Can I squeeze out 99 smithing as well? I wonder. I do have corrupted ore in the bank. One more level. I had to go do some more mining to get the actual resources, but that's okay. After this, I'll have enough money to go and buy a crystal staff as well, so that's nice. And there is 99. That last level went way quicker than the others. Feels good though. So, I've got to finish off this one, and then I got to finish off the other one as well, unfortunately. And that'll give me about 3.2 million to work with, I think. That's what the High Alch is, 1.6 each. And then I'll get back onto the Krill grind. That is done. I did make it to 100 as well, which doesn't matter too much because I was already able to smelt Primal. Picked up another one of these, I guess, expert skill cape tokens. Not too important. The most important part of this, though, was getting some money. So, let's do that. I wish to continue. And number 2. Beautiful. Wait, what? Wait. Huh? It's still there. Huh? Oh, that's very neat. So there's a 66% chance that you save whatever you alch. So I get a free alch, or another alch. And another one. And another one. Do I get another one? I do, oh my goodness. This is amazing. There we go. It's gone now, finally, though. 6 alchs on the same item to put me in the green. Nice. let's go get that staff now. Picked up a crystal bow from Isilwin. I haven't actually figured out how to pronounce his name. And then I think I can take it over to Ithil over here. Elened specifically, I believe. Yep, revert to a seed. And then I think I can take it to Lady Ithil. Wow, really? That's interesting. No, I actually just use it on Elened. So, magic weapon. Crystal staff. Nice. Now I think I have to make the attuned version. Yeah, I have to make the attuned version myself. Which means I need to do the Eyes of Glaufrey. And also get a bunch of harmonic dust, which probably isn't going to happen. But I have a crystal staff now, which means Krill should be a lot easier now. So I'm able to do around 4 kills now without having to go back. I die on the last kill though after I take out Krill because of the poison. At least that's how it happened this last time that I was here. So I guess let's see if I can push further or what's up, because that's not really fun. That means I have to grind these guys out every single time that I come back here. Which is just a little bit annoying. Just a tiny little bit. And I got a repeat drop. I hate when that happens. And a Godsword shard too. That's pretty cool. I also made it through 5 kills that time, but I had food drops, which, you know, helped it out a little bit. Oh, I got another duplicate of the same exact item. Oh boy, this feels a lot like the main game now. Just picked up the Gown of Subjugation. So finally, a non-duplicate drop, and one that'll give me a little bit more damage too. Nice. And now a Zamorakian Spear that I'll never use. Well, that's probably not true. I can use it for melee at least. And now I've picked up the gloves. Got another gown, and I got a Starved Effigy too at the same time, so that's pretty neat. Looks like I'll be back at Krill again next week, which is fine. I didn't exactly expect to get the full armor set after how long it took to get everything else done this week. But that is the end of this video. Hello there! My name is Ishtari, and last week was all about getting to tier 6. Which I actually managed to do, and I'm really happy about it. But now it's time I start making progress elsewhere. So that means it's time to start taking this Krill grind just a little bit more seriously instead of saving it until the end of the video. I spent the weekend working on fishing, cooking, woodcutting, and those associated skills, and I managed to pick up the Ramsey pet. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock that and get the Krill. Another repeat drop. I guess that's okay though, at least it's something. Although I would prefer the whatever the top is named in the Helm of Subjugation instead of that. Oh, and then the kill right after I get the gown, which I already have. That makes 3 now. There's that out of the way. It's been a long time since I've gotten a drop though. Somewhat disappointing. And another duplicate. This is really feeling like the main game right now. just much quicker. So hopefully I can get my hands on stuff that I'm missing soon enough. I could do without all these repeat drops. You know what would make all these duplicates worth it? If you subscribe. I would appreciate it. I normally do that kind of thing at the end of my videos, but it's been suggested that I do it much earlier, so here we are. It's also my clan's birthday as of today, so happy birthday, Kingdom of Varrock. You turned 19. I'm gonna get 99 defense before the end of this, huh? Oh my goodness. And right afterwards, Hood of Subjugation. Very nice. Finally. Something new. Another duplicate. That's okay though. I just need the top. I think it's the Garb of Subjugation. I could be wrong about that though. Yep, the Garb of Subjugation. Another duplicate. That is okay, I suppose. Although I really would like to get my hands on the Garb. I am mentally ready to move on from this guy. I don't really have much of an interest in grinding him all out again, but gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. And I'm not really entirely sure where who I'm gonna be fighting for my next set of gear. Although at this point I can probably just train my crafting up and make masterwork, you know? And also my farming. And get my hands on a bunch of Starbloom seeds. I am just as tired of seeing this as I am in the main game. The first duplicate Hood. I really am gonna hit level 98 defense. Maybe even 90, or not 98, 99 defense, and maybe even 99 magic. That would be kind of funny, actually. Oh my goodness. Second kill of the day, actually. And right into a duplicate. I thought I would have gotten at least the full set of armor by now, but 46 kills away from the second task here at God Wars. Is there any more after that? I don't think there is. Aside from like killing all the individual bosses. Another duplicate down on the last kill. I'm sure that you're just as tired of hearing me complain about it as I am getting them. So I guess I'll just be quiet until I get the Garb. Or the pet. And there is 99 defense, which means I was right. I did not get the item that I need before I got 99. And 99 magic is right around the corner. And there is 99 magic. It also seems like I got a combat level off of that, did I? Now, oh yes I did. 130. Huh. Getting close to the old max level already. 98 hit points, or constitution, whatever you want to call it. I'm just in utter disbelief that it's taking me this long to get the armor. Like, it's just... He's taking my sanity, I think. Oh my god! Finally! It finally dropped. Oh, I'm so tired of this place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can get the f*** out of here. Right, so now I need to get 80 crafting and 80 divination to unlock invention. I was just about to pull the plug on fighting him anymore, just so that I could go ahead and start getting this out of the way. And then I got it, so that I am very thankful for, that at least I managed to get it in the end, even if it took way too long, I feel like. And there is 80 crafting out of the way. Took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but it's done with now. Gonna go ahead and finish cutting up these gems anyways. So you've probably figured it out by now if you've been watching me for a while, but I'm not really into the whole daily, monthly, weekly grind. It's just not my thing, which is kind of funny that I'm playing, you know, the modern version of RuneScape when that's all it is. Basically, the main gameplay loop, just like the best way of getting XP seems to be doing those kinds of things. But I'm not really into it. It's kind of, it feels more like a chore than just playing the game, basically. So, instead of doing caches, I will be getting my levels the traditional way. There we go, level 80 divination. I may not like the hourly chores, but if I do end up going for 99 divination, I'm probably going to have to get in on caches. Let's go ahead and unlock Invention, I guess. Just kind of brute force this, basically. Alright, there we go. Unlocked. Now, the big problem is that I'm gonna need to actually, get my hands on some energy to make augmenters. And I also need to unlock the ancient gizmo shells as well, so I guess the plan should be to just unlock all the blueprints that I can for now. And then maybe go get the ancient gizmo shells. That's a bit of a grind. Can also get 200 mil invention just sitting here, so I guess I'll see. Kind of tired of doing these prototypes or these blueprints, whatever you want to call them. It's a little bit annoying, but they have to be done. I've gotten up to, well, you can see it, level 73. Had to take a little break because just kind of annoying having to do all this, but hopefully should be able to knock this out tonight, I would hope. I've mostly just been worrying about getting excellent because there's so many to get through, and I don't think it really matters when you get 12x XP, you know? There is level 99. Not too bad, but I still have a bunch of levels left. Not really a bunch, I guess. It's only 21. But I've got a lot of blueprints still to work through, which is the annoying part, unfortunately. But once I get through all these, I can just start mass manufacturing probably equipment siphons. I guess I'll have to see once I get there. I've stopped even caring about the optimization at this point. Why should I? I'm 120 now. That was a lot of work, and I still have more blueprints to work through, so I'm gonna knock these out. And then zoom off onto 200 mil invention XP, I guess. And there it is. I don't even have this in the main game. Alright, so now I need to start working on the archaeology unlocks. Ancient gizmo shells. So let's see here. Can I even go to the Armadillion dig site? I don't think I can quite yet. No, I cannot. So I will have to maybe restore the artifacts that I have already, and that'll get me there. I'm not sure. I will do that though, and then figure it out after that if it doesn't get me to 70. That's the level I'm gonna need to get to the Armadillo dig site. Of course, I'm assuming that I even have the materials, so I may as well start with the soil, actually. And this is kind of why I should have gotten the excavator artifact or relic from the start instead, because archaeology just leads to so many wonderful unlocks, and it takes a while to get to them when you can't, you know, kind of brute force your way through the skill. Wasn't enough, don't have enough resources, and I'm not going for them, so that means it's time to move on to a new dig site. I guess Sintistan is where I'll go. I'm right here anyways, and it's the highest one that I can go to, so I may as well just go there. So, I've already said it, but I really messed up by not taking excavator. I have so much longer to go until I'm able to make ancient gizmo shells. So, as you can probably already tell, I've made the executive decision to push this video back and just do like a double header, I guess. I didn't get that much progress this week, and I'm actually trying to get a decent amount of progress done. So I may as well just do 2 weeks together and get as much done as I can in that time. That should give me enough time to be able to get the archaeology stuff done that I need to get done, and then also get done with probably prayer. I should probably go ahead and get prayer out of the way, so that way I can have all the wonderful ancient curses unlocked and start grinding out the other gear that I need, I guess. I'm gonna need to go off to God Wars Dungeon 2, I suppose. I think that's probably the best bet, instead of trying to take on Nex when I've never actually beat Nex as a mage user. So, I'm not really interested in trying it when I'm lower tier armor than I've ever been at Nex. And Hellweir is kind of easy, I feel like. It may also give me the opportunity to be able to knock out tier 7, maybe. I'm a bit of a moron. I'm recording this after I recorded this portion of the video, and that's because I forgot that my mic was unplugged. I was in the area doing Stormguard Citadel excavations, and I needed a little bit of a break. So I went ahead and decided to take care of the 130 or so Lantidime seeds that I had picked up at Krill earlier this week, last week when this goes live. And I realized the closer that I got, it was likely that I was going to get 99. So I went ahead and decided to go ahead and record it. And there we go, there's 98. Now, do I need 5,000 some odd Lantidime? No. Not really, but getting 99 is pretty cool. I remembered to plug in my mic. Back to excavating.
I hear voices in my head.
Now, I might be going insane, but I did get featured on RuneTube, right? It's not just a figment of my imagination or of several other people's imaginations, right? That's pretty cool. Wasn't expecting that. So I've moved my mic around again. It's been quite a while, but it's been giving me problems already. Like that last portion had to be re-recorded, and I'm not sure how this one will come out, so it may end up needing to be recorded as well. But I've got 95 archaeology, and I just finished up this report, so hopefully this all records well. And I can finally make the Ancient Gizmo Shells blueprint, I hope. If not, that means I'm down for, that means I'll be doing some more excavating, which isn't necessarily fun. Let's see here. Looks like I can. And I also got another level off of that. That's pretty neat. I was not expecting that. So, Ancient Gizmos blueprint. Study it. And Ancient Gizmos unlocked. Very neat. Oh, and then I can do all these too. Okay, I guess. To actually get any use out of those gizmos, though, I need to gather energy. I'm just gonna level for now, and maybe get to incandescent. We'll see how long I can stick with the divination grind, because I would like to get to Hellweir by the end of the week. So I have been fighting with my mic basically all of this week, which will be week 2 in the video. I unplugged it and moved it around some because it was just kind of in the game, in the way of the game, and I could barely see anything, and it was just time to get it out of my way. And in that process, I guess it messed up G-Hub and Windows and everything, and it wasn't really recognizing the mic, so it didn't apply noise suppression, the mid-scoop on equalizer, or anything. It just was just straight, raw mic, and that didn't sound too well. But I think I have it resolved now. I'm hoping I do anyways. I'm kind of done doing divination for the levels right now. If I continue this up next week, I guess it'll be a start pushing for 99 everything week. I'm not entirely sure quite yet if I'm going to keep it up next week, but I am currently getting divine charges using the vacuum, which I've never actually used until now. If I ever have to gather my own divine charges in-game, I guess I'll end up using this. Alright, so I have got 150 charges to work with, technically. I've already put all 100 into here. Should be enough to make it to the end of this. So, let's go ahead and make, well, actually I'm gonna have to do something with my crystal staff here because it's almost out of charge itself. Let's see if I can add a gizmo or whatever to it. Oh crap. I need just regular energy for this, I believe. Yep. Alright, off to the incandescent colony again, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, got the energy. Got a little bit of extra, but that's because I figured I might end up needing more later on. Let's add these augmenters. Beautiful, beautiful. So I need 2 for that. 2 across the board, it looks like. So I'll just make 60 of each, I guess. Maybe make 120 for for the armor. Time to start making these perks. Hopefully I have enough, but I guess we shall find that out together. I don't have Illujunkin. I do not have it. That's a little bit disappointing. Alright, so what I do is I just get Eruptive 4. I got it. First try. So there is that. I'll have to sort that, sort the Illujunkin components out as well, I guess. And there we go, I finally got that one. That took a few tries, as I expected it to. This one will take a very long time. That's a little bit disappointing, but I guess that's problem with going for BIS, you know, or close to BIS at least. Alright, I can already tell that this is going to take a while, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bunch more armor gizmo shells just to be on the safe side. And also deposit some of this crap that I don't need. And just get to it. So, I've managed to get my hands on Biting 3. But there is a very, very minuscule chance that you can also get Biting 4. So, I'm going to keep going for it, just to see if I can get Biting 4. It's like such a small chance, and I'm not sure how worth it is. But I want to give it a try. Or instead of wasting all that time, I can just get pretty much a guarantee. There we go, though. There is Biting 4 out of the way, which can be added to that. Definitely not something I would do in the base game or in the main game, because that would be an expensive one. At least not at this point in time. So now to figure out the bottoms. There is perk 1 for the bottoms. Oh, first try. Very nice. Okay, so I am all perked out for now. I have basically best in slot. The only thing really missing is that I need to get those Illujunkin components to get better eruptive and something else. I don't remember what it was anymore. Let's take a look, actually. I'm kind of stupid. I did not select the right thing in the website. That's okay, though. I have a bunch of gizmo shells that I can use later on if I really feel like doing it, or if I have to do it, which will probably be the case. So now the real question is, do I get off going to Hellweir, or do I try next at this point? Probably best that I just go off to Hellweir so that I can get better weaponry, and then go off to Nex. There is that armor that you can get in God Wars Dungeon 2, but it is not very good. You can't perk it out, and to get the refined version of it, that's a lot of grinding that I don't really feel like doing. I'm just trying to get to where I need to be. So then I can go to Rax and try to get my hands on a Noxious Staff. Alright, well, I'm here at Hellweir now. It's time to give this a shot. I should be able to take care of him, but well, I'm much underprepared compared to normal, so he hurts a little bit, no doubt about that. But looks like I have at least one kill in the bag at a time, which is a little bit annoying. There is the first kill, though. And I got, what, a sigil piece. Some, the sigil piece, some keys, and the, Saren essence. Well, I got an hour on this, instance, so I'm just gonna try and work through these kills. And if I get a drop, then I will show it, like an actual, major drop. Like the wand or the orb, basically. There are other drops from this guy, I'm pretty sure, but wand and the orb is all I really care about, to be honest. So I need to get those so that I can go off to Nex, hopefully, and upgrade my armor, and then I can go off to Araxor if I get it all done, in a timely manner. Also, that's not an essence of Saren, that's a Seal of the Queer. Kywir? I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. But that's what it is. Welsh is a weird language, man. So, I've probably said this in the past, but bossing isn't really my thing. Like, I'll do it, but it's not, what I really enjoy. I just kind of like to skill, basically. Should have been a skiller. But that means that I need to take a little break from that. So I'm down here gathering a bunch of blue dragon scales so that I can make a bunch of anti-fires to get not to 91, but get to like 85, I believe, so that then I can go ahead and make extreme defenses and extreme magics. Make it a little easier on myself, hopefully. I also tried to get my hands on some bones to get to 95 prayer, but that's a lot of work, and I don't really feel like doing it. Not at this point, at least. All this gathering of things by myself reminds me of why I don't have an Iron Man. I'll probably get around to doing that one of these days, though. Even if it's a bit annoying. I really like being able to buy things from other players, I also knocked out 99 Constitution hit points, whatever you want to call it. I prefer hit points. But I tried to record it and no recording happened, so I didn't pick that up, which is a little bit unfortunate. Time to grind up a bunch of scales. I guess all that Lantidime I gathered earlier is actually coming in use. Just picked up 85. Thanks to Production Master, I can go ahead and make extreme magics and extreme defenses, though. I'm gonna have to go get my hands on some more of those potions, though, in the future. And I need to also get my hands on some more mud runes. But I guess back to the grind, right? Honestly, I'm kind of over fighting Helwyr. He's just been kind of getting on my nerves. But on the other hand, I can use this opportunity to unlock Illajuncan components at least. I am just tired of this guy, though. He is very, very annoying, and I'm not getting anything that I need. And it looks like it's gonna take me a little while to get Illajuncan components too. Oh boy. What a grind. What a grind. I'm going to be ending this video relatively soon. I didn't get quite as much progress as I wanted over these past 2 weeks. Luck was not on my side, and I don't like to make any excuses, really. It's just my lack of being efficient or very good at this game in the first place, to be honest. But before that, I want to knock out 2 more 99s, fishing and cooking. Got 2 more levels left on the fishing, and I've got 5 on cooking. Should be easily done before the end of the night. So let's finish this off. I've never actually done sailfish fishing. It's very active, but very quick too, it seems like. I may end up coming here in the main game to get myself some sailfish eventually so that I can move up from rocktails. There's number 8. Now time for number 9. And there is number 9. With that, we're brought to the end of this episode. Said it not too long ago, but I did not get as much done as I was wanting to get done. I was really hoping that I'd at least get my hands on the wand and orb from Helwyr, but that didn't happen. I am going to continue this series next week. I'll probably end up getting tier 7 to try and give myself just a little bit more damage before taking on Helwyr or other bosses again. So there's that to look forward to. Hello there! My name is Ishtari, and last week I said this. I'll probably end up getting tier 7 to try and give myself just a little bit more damage before taking on Helwyr or other bosses again. So here I am. I have got some Slayer tasks to complete, and I'm also going to do hunting. Those are the only 2 that I've figured out so far. I'm sure that I have many, many more that I'm going to be able to do. So, let's get this started and kill some dragons. I do need their bones after all, and it's my task. And there is the next Slayer task done. 80 points, not bad at all. There are more Slayer tasks, I'm pretty sure. Let me take a look here. Oh, and you all can't actually see everything. So I can go off to Shiloh Village to get a Slayer task from that. There are 75, and I believe that I thought there was a 51, but there's not by the looks of it. But I am going to go ahead and get the hunter tasks out of the way because they are plentiful. And I want to go ahead and knock those out. And there are 2 Slayer tasks. I just realized that I had it on requirements not met. Oh well. That's fine. I've probably got almost 10 hunter tasks that I can do. So let's knock those out really quick. This one is hunter adjacent. Boy, that one looks kind of silly, huh? Then there's this one, a very easy one. But I wanted to get it out of the way. Getting close to Mithril as well. Not sure why I was getting double for this one, but every single one of them gave me double on the total amount, which is a bit weird. While I'm here, I want to finally knock out this Snelm. There we go. Another one that I should have knocked out quite a while ago, but didn't. May as well get it out of the way while I'm here as well, because, you know, I need all the points that I can get at this point, it feels like. I've never actually caught these guys, and I never ever will again. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? That's an interesting spell. I've never actually used it before. Now I've got to catch some more, though, so I guess I can stop with the spell. That's interesting. I thought I got the spell last time and not just catching them. But that is all taken care of. On to the next one, which will be red chins, I guess, unless I find a spirit impling first. I haven't come across one quite yet. Not since I've been able to catch him, at least. Now those I have caught before. I don't mind catching those. So are salamanders just bugged for this? Because this one also counts as 2 each. Progress, which is a little bit weird, but that's done with. I can go do Grinwalls now. Okay, I'll do those now. So not sure why it didn't record, but I just picked up the Grinwalls task, and I also got into Mithril Leagues, which is very nice. Still got about 2,000 points left to go until tier 7 though, so time to start figuring out what else I can do. I got a few associated with Elder Logs, so I'll start with this Drainer one, which should, or not Drainer, Edgeville one, which should also get me a 200 pointer. That'll be 280 points. And then I've got to go back to Isfdar and chop 25 logs there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got that. And then, like I said, Tirnoon, Isfdar, wherever it's at exactly. Then I can burn some logs and then make some bows and also make arrow shafts from the logs. There we go. There's that one. Off to Tirnoon again. There's that one taken care of. And I can also burn some logs, make the arrows and the short bows. But I'm going to go ahead and finish off this this tree real quick just to give myself as much wood to work with as I can. Knock it out all at once. Easy peasy. Now to figure out what those 900 points are going to come from. Like I can do this one, and that'll give me 2, or it should. Yep. There's also this one, which I've already tried to get, but I didn't have the right weapon, so, you know, I had to come back, and here I am again. Now I need to get some swamp tar for a bullseye lantern. There is that. Haven't been here in a while. Another easy one to take care of. There is that taken care of. Was trying to do the advanced portions of the course and saw that. So I may as well finish that up. There's that taken care of. Got 570 more points. It's also time to do Herbie Werby again. So I haven't been focusing on that the past couple weeks, but I've been kind of doing it. And that means that'll give me a 30.1 out of the way. I might be able to do my player lodge. I don't know. I'm going to go back to the main city of Orthan, I guess, and see what's up. Looks like that's a yes. So go ahead and build that. Already said it, but this is definitely something that I'm going to have to do in the main game at some point. Got a few that I can handle here. That one. And that one, and that one. I've been eyeing this one all day, basically. I had to get some levels for this one, but not too many, at least. Got some rather easy ones that I can knock out up here, like that. This took a little while to get. And I guess I have to complete, or at least do Fremenic Isles up to a point. So, I guess I'll do that. There's that one. Now, I can get an unchecked yak from these guys, but boy, is it a long shot. 1 in 3,000. It's possible, but I might be here for a little while. It took a while, but there we go. So I'm not gonna go ahead and finish off that quest. I got to the part where I needed to just to get to the axe. There is a 30-point task associated with the Helm of Nea Tisnot, which you have to complete the quest to get. But no. I've got 3 God Wars tasks that I can actually do to just go ahead and get this out of the way. I only need to do 2 of them though, so that'll be Bandos and Ziliana, or Gardor and Ziliana rather. And unfortunately, I do not have protection items, so hopefully this goes better than I think it will, given by what happened the last time I did any bit of God Wars without protection, but I guess we'll see. If I can get in there fairly healthily, then I should be fine. Luckily, they're missing a lot right now. Or if I can even get my hands on, wow, I'm stupid. Or if I can get my hands on some War Priest. Both of those are very nice options to handle it, but I guess the only thing that I can really do is just get in there and figure it out, you know? Oh boy, I don't even have the right spell book equipped, so off to Prothinus. Get that resolved because I don't have that unlocked quite yet. And we're back. I got Sir Ottoman's frozen key piece, but unfortunately it seems like I was right. I cannot even get to the door, which kind of sucks. I can, however, make an a holy symbol, which will allow me to at least take care of the Sir Ottoman camp. I have nothing to help me out on Bandos or Armadillo. Problem solved. Like I said, I don't really have anything to help out on the other 2. Guess that I could maybe do a some clue scrolls and hope I get lucky, but I wouldn't count on my luck, you know. Well, there is Ziliana taken care of. I think I'm gonna just kind of work around the edges and see if I can't pick up enough kills on these guys on the outer edges before just barging into their home turf. That might be able to do it, but I don't know. I guess I'll just have to see, because at least if I'm in the center, I can run back to where it's safe, you know, wearing my holy symbol and my garb of subjugation, or my just subjugation armor in general. And maybe that might be able to make me last. And then I can just hop in there and hopefully get to the door before I die. Or lose too much food, you know? Of course, I'll need to kill at least one of the men in there to, or one of the fighters in there to get my hands on that key piece. Oh boy. Can I even defeat orcs yet? I don't think I can. Oh yes, I can. I think they have a Slayer level attached to them. I could be wrong about that though. Time for the mad dash over to that big door. Still got most of my food though, so should be good. Shouldn't have any issues here at drawer door. Oh yeah, he's really easy. He always is the easiest one. All right, and there we go. Tier 7 is unlocked. How beautiful is that? Now it's time to choose the relic, and I know what relic I want. I've been wanting it basically the whole time. It's the only relic that I was kinda sure about. Outside of maybe Perfection and Crit Happens. And that is Ascension. So let's go ahead and activate that. Last relic. Beautiful. And that means I can just head right back there and not be bothered by anything, I believe. I certainly hope that's how it works, because I need to pick up those last 2 key pieces. I didn't pick up the Bandos one while I was there, and I need to head over to Krill, or Kree, not Krill, and knock out a kill. Just one, at least. I already got all the 250 that I need from Krill, which was kind of annoying. See. Huh. These guys bother me. That's not fun. I guess you can't win it all, right? Sure would have been nice if they would do the protection. Well, that is helpful. Got a piece of War Priest. So at least they won't bother me anymore. Although, I am mildly irritated by not already getting the key piece. I can't believe it's taking me this long. Every other one was in the first few kills. I picked up another piece of War Priest before getting the key piece. This is turning out a bit ridiculous in my books. I'm actually a little bit surprised that it's taking me this long. However, everything except the spiritual mages that I can attack are just melting like butter, basically. Which is nice to see. Actually, it turns out that I'm retarded. It doesn't show up in the area loot, and it doesn't always trigger a response from the loot beam, so that's nice to know. Now, if I just sit here and camp these guys, I should be able to get my hands on a piece of War Priest fairly quickly. There's 20 mil magic, and if I can get my hands on a piece of War Priest, well, that's protection right there. This is actually how I had to take on fighting the Aviancy, like when I first came to God Wars Dungeon. Get task, and I don't want to skip the task, so I would just come into this corner where it's somewhat safe and slowly knock the task out, because I could not kill things worth a damn back then. Actually, you can't obtain those pieces from over here, so I guess I'll stand right at this edge. It's not quite as crowded as it is over in the other areas. So maybe, except for that spiritual mage that I can't attack, let's go try and handle Kree. Shouldn't be much of an issue, even though he's range and I'm magic and all that. But there's all the key pieces at least. I'm glad that I got those out of the way. Now when I come to take on next, I don't have to grind them out. So, let's see here. I absolutely need to be praying range for this thing. Yeah, type advantage doesn't matter much right now. Taken care of. So I can get out of here for now. Needed this so that I could do the frozen key. Take care of that. And back to Hellweir, I guess. Damage here is much higher. Also picked up both pieces of the Dormant Core armor. Or at least the top and bottom. Those aren't important, but I figured I'd show this one since it's been a while since the last update. So I've been taking a little bit of a break from Hellweir to actually work on getting 95 prayer so that I could, unlock Torment. And I've got that now, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish off these cleansing crystals because, why not? I've gotten a few items from Hellweir since my last update. Mostly Serenic Essence and Dormant Animal Core items. Neither of which I really care about because I just want the wand and the orb so that I can head off to Nex and maybe Carapac and try to get like the top of the line, best in slot items that I can possibly get so that I can take on Zuck. Of course, that excludes the cape that you get from Zuck, or the ability to craft a cape from Zuck, which you need to defeat Zuck to actually gain access to. Not entirely sure that I'm going to continue next week. I'm still trying to figure that out. There are only 2 weeks left in the League's event, so maybe I'll just finish off those last 2 weeks. Maybe. And there is 99. I figured I may as well get it out of the way while I'm here, There we go. The first item that I actually need from this guy. Freaking awesome. Took a little while, but, that's how luck goes typically, especially for me. Glad to see it, though. Both of them on the same night. I am done with this grind. Need to perk it out and get better perks on my armor, though, probably. So that's the next step. And then I'll be heading off to Nex, but that might be next week. We'll see how much time I have left, because it's technically Friday right now, and I won't have that much time to get stuff done today, so but we'll see. We'll see if I can squeeze in a couple attempts at Nex. Although, looking at it, I'm not quite done with Hellweir. I need to be able to get to this to unlock Illujonkin components. So, I was planning on going off to Nex instead of trying to grind out all the reputation that I would need. I would need to kill Hellweir twice as many times at least as I have already to be able to get the reputation. And, Nex is immune to magic, or at least her bodyguards are. I've made it to all my goals. In fact, I've made it beyond what my goal was, which was just to get tier 5. So, I think that's where I'm going to call it. I think I'm done with leagues. I've had a lot of fun, but if I can't really progress much further without going out of my way to get into ranged gear or something, and also unlocking overloads and making those, then I'm not sure that there's much of a reason for me to be here anymore. I've got actual gains to get in the main game after all. And that does it for Season 1 of Leagues. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure most of you put this on in the background to fall asleep to. But if you're still awake and watching this, I would appreciate it if you commented, liked, or even possibly subscribed. I hope all my viewers from the United States have a very happy Thanksgiving. And I'm probably going to end up getting 120 thieving so that I can actually talk about all the new stuff that the update brought us. I hear a lot of it's really cool, and to experience that, I have to get the levels still, so I may as well, right? Especially if I keep getting levels at this rate. But until next time, happy games.
Bye, have a great time.